You're listening to Fraud Feed, your finger on the pulse of the latest news and trends in insurance fraud prevention. Brought to you by the Coalition Against Insurance Fraud. Insurance fraud hurts everyone, and it's important to know how it can affect you and what you can do to fight against it. Now here's your host, Stephen Murphy.
Hi everyone, welcome to Fraud Feed. I'm Stephen Murphy. This episode explores shady contractors and how they take advantage of homeowners after a natural disaster or storm. Hurricanes and tornadoes, earthquakes, forest fires, hailstorms and floods all cause billions of dollars in damages in the U.S. each year. In 2014 alone, total insured losses due to natural disasters exceeded $15 billion. With so much money at stake, it's no surprise that some people try to exploit the system for a quick profit. This is where shady or fraudulent contractors come in. These contractors often con homeowners out of insurance money by taking large down payments or extracting extra cash through hidden fees, and then never even begin or finish their job. They even cause additional damage to roofs and siding in order to inflate insurance claims. Homeowners' insurance claims are often also denied for fraudulent repairs, forcing the homeowner to pay out of pocket. Crooked contractors that take advantage of disaster or storm victims are often referred to as storm chasers. They drive around the country and swoop into towns that have just been hit by a natural disaster or storm. Earthquakes and wildfires on the West Coast, hurricanes and tropical storms in the East, tornadoes and hailstorms in the Midwest. While most contractors are honest and ethical, it's important to know how to spot a shady contractor, so you don't end up losing thousands repairing your home. Faye Moore is the founder of the National Center for the Prevention of Home Improvement Fraud. It's a nonprofit dedicated to helping homeowners protect themselves from contractor scams. Moore says that people can easily fall victim because they're often vulnerable after a storm or natural disaster.
So they're totally distracted, and usually in a disaster, people are coming to help. The Red Cross, the United Way, Catholic Charities. So disaster victims have the idea that everybody's coming to help them, but that isn't true.
Here are some tips on how to spot a shady or fraudulent contractor. If the contractor arrives in an unmarked van with an out-of-state license plate, this could be a sign that the contractor is a storm chaser. Ask to see the contractor's required state or local license. If a contractor offers to waive part of your insurance deductible or offers to fill out insurance paperwork for you, this could also be a sign that the contractor is dishonest. You should be working with your insurance company and agent from the beginning to hire an honest, local contractor. Faye says that the two things she hears most from victims of contractor scams is that they were in a hurry to get things back to normal and that they didn't think it could happen to them. These types of scams, however, can happen to anyone.
People think it's the typical victims, seniors, first-time home buyers who've never dealt with a contractor before, the physically impaired who can't get on the roof to see if they actually have damage. But we've seen police chiefs, detectives, mayors, celebrities have all been ripped off as well.
These are 3 tips to consider when hiring a contractor. Don't pay up front and never pay in cash. If you have to give a down payment, don't pay more than 20%. Get at least 3 quotes and don't automatically select the lowest price. A low bid could be fraudulent or indicate that the contractor is taking shortcuts, buying materials, and hiring subcontractors. Make sure that there's a contract that spells out the exact work the contractor is committed to perform. Don't let the contractor begin repairs until you know how much it will cost you and that you have both signed a legal contract. Faye also says it's important to be proactive about property damage from storms and natural disasters.
I highly suggest that all homeowners go and get a clear understanding of what's in their policy, not just, that they got the least expensive policy, because that may not cover you in certain circumstances.
If you live in an area that's prone to storms or natural disaster, it's a good idea to establish a relationship with a contractor in case of an emergency. Save contact information from past contractors that you think have performed well. If you're in a pinch, though, and can't hire a local contractor or someone you know, contact the contractor's references and check the Better Business Bureau. Ask friends and neighbors for reliable contractors that they've dealt with in the past. Also, don't be afraid to reach out to your insurance company for suggestions. They deal with a lot of contractors and consumers, and may be able to recommend a quality contractor for you. Most important, though, stay calm and do your research. See what resources are offered by your town and insurance company. Don't rush into hiring a contractor right away. It's also important to remember that while a lot of fraudulent contractors gravitate towards these areas that are hit by natural disasters, they're also present in everyday home repairs. Damage from heavy rain and hail are some of the most popular ways fraudulent contractors also take advantage of homeowners. For more information about how you can avoid becoming a victim of contractor fraud, visit insurancefraud.org. I'm Stephen Murphy. Thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to look out for the next episode of Fraud Feed, coming soon.
This has been Fraud Feed, brought to you by the Coalition Against Insurance Fraud. Find more resources and listen to past episodes at insurancefraud.org. For questions or comments, email coalition@insurancefraud.org. We value your feedback. Please consider leaving us a review. And if you like this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast feed or follow us on SoundCloud so you never miss a show. Thanks for tuning in.